What's going on? I am Matt Spiroff. I am a drummer, a DJ, and a conscious event organizer here in Cleveland, Ohio. I've been playing drums with a group called Astral Radio for the past 4.5, 5 years now. I DJ under the DJ project TRIIIBE, spelled TRIIIBE, like Third Eye Tribe. And me and my friends, we run an organization called the Artful Voyagers, and it's all about conscious, spiritual wellness events. So I definitely have my hands pretty full. I like to get involved in as much as possible, and I really love getting people together for a good time and playing music to make people happy. So DJing, I went to Lost Lands Festival for the first time in 2018. And that major dubstep festival was the telltale sign that I needed to be a DJ. Growing up my whole life, I always loved music. I used to be that kid that thought I had the coolest iPod Nano. I used to download so much music, and my dad would always joke around saying, "When are you ever going to listen to all those songs? You have so many. How do you even have time to listen to them?" And he just didn't understand that, like, I loved having a collection of music. I loved so many different varieties and genres and so many different messages that music has for people, and how music can help you in so many different aspects of life. Not only emotional well-being, but motivation and encouragement, and just to feel, what an artist is portraying and how it's relevant in your life. Music has always been a pivotal point of my life, and it took me up until that Lost Lands Festival to realize that I wanted to be the person that was inspiring others as well. I didn't just want to be in the crowd anymore, enjoying the show. I wanted to be the conductor of the show and the creator of the experience for other people to find that inspiration and find that love and find that enjoyment of life again. So I would like to say that my grandfather was always a super big inspiration. So he is, one-man music band. He plays the accordion, keyboard, upright bass. He would always be in his garage as I was growing up, recording himself and filming, and I always thought it was really cool. I never really saw myself as musically inclined, to be honest. I still don't even consider myself a musician. I consider myself a beatitarian because I don't mess with octaves, I don't mess with notes, I just play beats. I started drumming when I was about like 10, and my parents growing up, they said, "Matt, we're not going to help you out with drums. Like, if you want to be a drummer, you're going to have to work as hard as you can and get a drum set yourself, because that's when you're going to be the one to really want it." And so growing up, I was a paper boy, and I think I started delivering papers when I was like 10 years old. I saved up every single penny I made selling papers, and I bought my first drum set when I was 12. I still play on that drum set today on stage playing shows. And it was kind of one of those things where I knew I had rhythm, and I knew anytime music came on, I wanted to play along to it. It was something that was with me for a very, very long time. And it's just something I've always felt naturally. Like, when you're a drummer or a musician, you just kind of like feel it within your soul. Like, you just know you can hold down a beat. You know you want to play a beat. You like good beats to get people going. And it's just been a thing that's always been a part of my life. I've always dreamed of being a drummer and a musician. And it's definitely the thing that has gotten me going on my musical start. It was the first thing to ignite my...
Your DJ. With how you DJ.
Without a doubt. I think I am a pretty decent DJ because I'm a pretty good drummer. DJing really is just matching songs on beats and time. So you just got to be on beat and you got to be in time. With all music, there's a 4 count. There's a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. And DJing works the exact same way. So I pretty much applied everything I know on the drum set and then applied it to the DJ board. And I think it has helped me endlessly. So right now, I actually don't do a lot of clubs. There's kind of a different style of DJs. There's definitely like the house party DJs and the nightclub, nightlife DJ. But then you also have, which really got big through electronic dance music. You kind of have the producer DJ. And this is kind of a DJ that's not necessarily just playing other people's tracks and playing rap songs and club songs, but a producer who's making their own music and showcasing it via a DJ board. You see a lot of these types of producers and DJs playing at underground raves. It's a big rave scene thing, and it's a big music festival scene. So right now I am working on playing a lot of venue shows where you can kind of showcase your own production. But I'm really striving to fall into the festival scene. And I think a big goal of mine in the future is going to be a producer DJ who gets to travel around the country, maybe the world, playing music festivals and being able to showcase my portfolio. So when I started DJing, I really didn't know what I was doing. Like anybody else, you just kind of fall into it and you start learning as you go. Originally, I got a little bored and I was using the Serato program. But once you get into kind of the professional DJ realm, you understand that their professional gear is much more different than the standard entry-level gear that you can just pick up at Guitar Center. And the program is different too. So I started out on Serato. I loved it. I didn't want to switch for the longest time. Then I started getting a couple more professional gigs and playing a more professional gear. And I realized how incredible Rekordbox is. So right now I'm using two XDJ media players, and then I have a DJM 900 Nexus 2 mixer. It's kind of like my professional setup that I have. It uses Rekordbox now. Every now and then I'll go back to Serato and my older boards and I'll update those playlists, but pretty much I DJ exclusively now on that board setup and then using Rekordbox. I think it is absolutely amazing technology, and when you really start to understand everything that's capable of being done to songs in those devices, you don't want to go back. You know what? I think it's been taking off quite significantly. I have such a great core group of family and friends that are super, super supportive of what I do. And I love that we all encourage each other and, help each other level up and grow and get to our next plateau that we want to reach. But truth be told, man, like, it's pretty funny when you stand up and you just kind of define yourself and like, hey, this is me. I want to do this. I remember, when I first started playing drums in the band Astral Radio, there was a lot of people that kind of laughed and just like, oh yeah, like you want to be a drummer in a band, and went through the same thing when I started DJing. Like, oh, now this kid wants to DJ. Like, psh, look at him. And it's kind of funny how you almost have to win people over by just being true to yourself and then staying on your path. I've been involved in creating events and playing music live for so many years now that I think finally a lot of people that I grew up with, a lot of friends that I have, and maybe even a lot of friends that I don't continually talk to, kind of recognize my seriousness and dedication towards this. And I feel like when you don't quit and you have an ambition to really achieve a goal and you make something of yourself, other people see that and then they recognize that. Not only are they inspired, but then they realize how capable you are of making something happen or achieving a goal. And so I think now I'm in a very, very good place. 2023, I've been kind of on this musical journey since about 2017 when I left the life insurance industry. I think a lot of people really respect where I'm going and respect what I do. And I am grateful for that because now I have so many different people in my life who want to collaborate and who want to work with me and who want to level up with me. So looking towards the future, I think it's going to be really, really great. And anybody who's ready to ride along with me, like, we're going to the stars. We're going to the stars. We're going past the moon. And I'm ready to take this music thing as far as I can. Always working. I tell you what, no days off ever. Like, you want to do something in this world, you wake up every day and you put energy and effort towards that, even if it's 10 minutes a day. If you want to do something, you got to wake up and go get it. And based on that philosophy, there's no days off. It's every single day. So when I sat down with Dylan, Andy, and Jason, who are my band members in Astral Radio, we started writing names down on a piece of paper, and each of us would come up with a word, and we'd mix words together, see what would go good, and we ended up settling on Astral Radio. Astral was a word that I had picked. It's a word that I like very much, and I think it's a very, very intellectual word and a very philosophical word. Radio was a word I believe Dylan had picked, and we ended up pairing those two together to kind of compromise on a name, because picking a band name is hard. And so we kind of each almost had like our word, and we put it together, and then we tried to put meaning towards it. Astral, as some of you might not know, means a non-physical plane of reality. So when you get down into philosophy and physics and the nature of reality, you have the three-dimensional world that we live in. But there is a concept of a non-physical plane of reality that exists, an energetic plane that the mind, might be able to perceive. And then you have the word radio, which is very, very straightforward. It's just like a radio station. And so Astral Radio kind of means a interdimensional, genre-less rock and roll radio station. So with our band, we just like to play good music, man. We like to get people going, we like to get people getting up and dancing, and we like people to have a good time. So we don't necessarily limit ourselves to a single genre. We'll play some jazzy songs, we'll play some hardcore punk songs, we'll play some blues songs, some rock and roll, maybe some reggae here and there, maybe some ambient stuff. We don't like to hold ourselves to any definitions, any borders, any limits. We are astral in the sense that you can't frame us in, you can't put us in a three-dimensional box. We are an out-of-this-world radio station, and you never know what you're going to get with that. But TRIIBE, to me, is very, very personal. Going back as far as 2011, I had a very, very intense out-of-body experience that really left me questioning reality for a very long time. And it was so profound and such a phenomenon, such a crazy phenomenon that I experienced that I went looking for answers, and I went looking for more information about spirituality, out-of-body experiences, lucid dreams, and that kind of stuff. And what I ended up, realizing is that I wanted to create a platform, I wanted to create a community to open up discussion about these notions of enlightenment and these notions of, a spirit body, a light body, something that was different. So in 2011, I created a Facebook page. It originally started out as Expanded Consciousness, and it later evolved into TRIIIBE. And so what this Facebook page was about, it was about bringing people together to hold philosophical conversations and to share information and help, enlighten and inform one another through conversation. So I picked TRIIIBE because you look at the Buddhists, essentially. The Buddhists, in their philosophies, they have this notion of the third eye. And so the third eye is essentially a point of awareness that is not the body, right? Most people think this me right here is me. This is all that I am. But when we pass, this body stays here and falls away to earth. Where is the seat of the soul? Where is the deepest level of awareness within you? It's not just your body. There's something more to it, and that kind of falls into the notion of the spirit or the soul. And so TRIIIBE to me is a group of individuals who has recognized the soul within themselves, and they understand reality to a little higher degree than other people think of it. And TRIIBE is all about community. It's namaste. It's my soul recognizes the soul within you. I can see past your body. I can see past the judgments of your skin tone, your sexuality, this and that. The outside, in many sense, doesn't matter at all. It's about what's in your heart, what's in your intention, what's in your beliefs, how you treat other people. That's the soul. And that is when the third eye is open. And so TRIIBE to me is about helping to inspire and encourage people to find that soul within themselves, to find that spark of life, to find that beauty, and find that positive intention to help other people and make this world a more communable, habitable place. When you're doing something, when you're just by yourself, and you're doing whatever you do, and you get the biggest rush of enjoyment, you get the biggest grin on your face because something you did just made you so happy. It filled you with life in that moment, in that day. Follow that. When I am by myself DJing and I throw a song in and then I get a second song in that sounds so good, I am absolutely giddy. I can't withhold my enjoyment or excitement. What you got to do is you got to recognize what makes you happy. and what fills you up with enthusiasm, and chase that. Because when you put effort towards the things that truly make you happy in life, you are going to end up living your happiest life. And it's as simple as that. Do the things that make you happy. Strive to be a better person. And strive to put yourself in a position where your life is not a chore, your life is not dreadful, your life is not chaos, but it's something to be enjoyed because you put effort into making it the best you can. So just pay attention to yourself, pay attention to what makes you happy, and go for it. You know, we only got one life. You got one life to live. Why not do exactly what makes you happy and just go for it, man?